Welcome back to the channel. For those who've been with me for just a little bit, notice we've changed our name. It used to be what not to do. I used to do some spicy challenges and some stupid stuff, and kind of it's morphed into more of a car channel. I really love cars and always have. I grew up around them. My dad owned a garage and auto parts, and you know, for several years that's what I did. I was a mechanic. But now I'm down to my Camaro here. If you're just joining us, this is a 2014 Chevy Camaro. It's a 2SS RS 1LE. We went ahead and it's got a Brian Twilley Stage 4 cam in it. All the supporting mods, the trunnion upgrades, head gaskets, ARP bolts. Cold air intake. It does have nitrous on it. Right now I'm running 150 shot of nitrous. Makes roughly about 630 rear wheel horse on the spray. About 480 without it. We have a Tilton ST246 double clutch in it. With their slave cylinder and all that stuff. It's really good unit and everything. The suspension is bone stock. The tires, I'm running a Nitto 555 G2s. Not a bad tire. It's not the best for autocross and stuff, which we're starting to do more of, and we're going to do some road course coming up here at Camaro Fest and LS Fest. We're doing the autocross and drag race and stuff. The whole Grand National Champion, which I competed in last year. So we're going to do a little better, so let's do some upgrades to this car. First thing we're going to do today is I've got these units here from BMR. These are the BMR trailing arms. They've got the, well, I forgot what they call it, polyurethane bushings or whatever. They're really stiff. Or these straight, through some, got these through some of these, like 189. They come in a box. This is it. You get two of these, no stickers, no instructions, anything. After you read a little further, of course, you've got two bushings here. They can give. You're only, by doing these, you're only doing one. So you have to go ahead and order these separate. These are, I got these straight through BMR. These were $39.95 and they come with a little grease. And so these are gonna go inside here and we're gonna put it all together. These go in the spindle. And it comes with the grease. And I went ahead and went on print directions. That way we can get the torque specs and all that. So without further ado, let's go ahead and jump in this project and get this knocked out and see if we can increase the handling of this 1LE just a little bit more. So this bar right here, this is the one we're looking at. This very lower one here. It goes from right up here next to your cradle, down here to your, and connects to your spindle down here on the bottom. And that's where that other set of bushings is, right there. Let's see if I can't get you in there to see. Right in this right here. There's the bushings in that spindle there. So we've got to get that off. And supposedly down here on the bottom is the hard part, getting that old bushing out. Now, BMR also sells the tow rods, which the tow rods are located right here. Bushings at both ends. If you replace that, you're going to have alignment. And they also sell a lower control arm, which is located right here. This is your lower control arm. Now, your upper control arm, I don't think they sell one of those, but there's a piece where your bushing mounts up in there, and they do sell that. Now, if you look here, I've just noticed this. This isn't looking too good. But my rear sway bar, the bushings are just coming off from it. It's done. It's toast. So we may have to end up doing something about that here today. I mean, if I'm doing cornering and stuff, and I'm dealing with this kind of, you know, failure, that can make a difference on my times. So let's start getting this thing apart here and see what we end up with. Alright, we decided to do the other side first. It's more room to get y'all in there so you can see what's going on. What you're going to need is an 18mm socket, and a wrench to get this off. And that don't quite fit. Let's go ahead and sit this. The box don't fit, that's what I'm saying. Put that there. Put that there, and let's give her power. There we go. She's out. Let's get this bolt laid down here. One more set here on the bottom. Let's see if we can. Now that nut up there was actually welded on. I didn't even have to hold it, but it's. Goodness. It did not want to go anywhere. Oh, no, this side. There we go. Now we're getting somewhere. All right, there you have it. There's the old one. The old bushings are out of it. They feel pretty stiff, but of course I'm not putting a lot of torque on it. We're gonna go ahead now and remove this caliper and this rotor here so we can access this and see how we're gonna get this out. Always leave your caliper up where it can't fall. Sometimes I'll take a zip tie and zip tie it to the springs, but this has got a pretty good spot up there. Gotta take that little insert out right there. These things oftentimes are stuck pretty good, so what I have here is an impact driver. You put this on and you turn it the way you want to and hit it, and it puts a little bit of a action to it. That way it comes loose easier. You just gotta make sure you got a really good fitting socket. You get one a little loose, and it will waller that thing out quick, and then you got issues. So, like I said, put this in here. Let's see, this one's funny. Each time you hit it, it's putting a little force to turn. And these things, like I said, if you ever booger one out, you're stuck with getting the old drill bit out and drilling it out and all that stuff. And I'd rather have this to go back in there. So, there's that. Oops, sorry, didn't mean to disturb you there. And I have my parking brake on. I shall be right back. Let me run and get the keys. Alright, I'm back. We got the parking brake turned off. So this thing should just walk off. If not, you can take your hammer. Preferably start with a deadbolt hammer. I have one up there, it's orange and it's got sand in it. And it's not metal, it's like hard plastic. And hit it here a few times. If that don't work, then you need this to get some vibration on it. But the car's been indoors and taken good care of. Should come off pretty easy. I've got some brake dust in there. This is your parking brake right here. honest with you, I can't believe this little cheap Bauer brushless half inch. This ain't the big one either. This is the small one. Took that nut off. It's pretty crazy. Well, looks like we're gonna pull the whole spindle. Let's just do it that way. I think it wants to go that way anyway. Alright, so the last thing we got to do here is take off this parking brake cable, which hopefully is not going to be a pain in the butt. We have to pry this up and get that off there, just like that. And that was actually a lot easier than what I thought. We'll get this pried out. Just like that. Good deal. Now that we've got that done, let's take it over to the bench so we can actually get in there and do something with it. Alright, got the spindle laid up here. This is the one right here that we're going to be replacing. I'm going to have to try to figure out how these things come out. I'm not real sure. This metal, these plastic rubber there, is really stout. Alright, what I'm going to try to do here is I'm going to try to cut this outer rim off of rubber and take a socket with a long piece of all thread or a bolt and try to pull it through or push it through or something. So let's start by getting this rubber out of the way and see where we're set. Alright, so I didn't have what I actually wanted here. But we're going to try this. I put a 2-jaw puller on here. I'm going to try to press this through here. So let's see if I can't bust my knuckle again. I already got a little bit of blood spurting there. So it's doing something. I don't think it's falling off my nut. Yep. That's what I was afraid of. These teeth ain't quite got the grip that I wanted. I actually pulled a little bit of aluminum off my thing there. We did move it. So we know this is kind of the direction we need to go. So let's go look and see if we can find some more tools. And
Can you cut that?
No, it's rubber. If you try to hit it with a hammer, it's just going to absorb it all. You need a press. A press would press it out, but then you'd have to take all this off. So this is working. Let's just find some more jaws or some other way to do this. Alright, I found another set of pullers here. And these have got a wider jaw on them. So let's see if we can get these. And I've cut away the rubber here so I can get a little bit better bite on it. Not quite like I wanted, but let's try to go with it and see what happens here. No, it's walking off. Can't quite get centered just right. Maybe that's better. You sure? Okay. We'll take it slow, that way I can push it through, and I'm not going to over press it. A little at a time. Baby step. She's looking like she's going to pop. Safety swings. There's a lot of pressure on that.
It's coming. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I'm running my socket. I'm gonna back it here. That's a cobalt. I hate to run that thing. Yeah, I'm gonna have to do some filing on it. Let's see if I can stick something else down in there. Alright, so we got a different setup here. Hopefully, it was coming a little crooked. Hopefully this will finish it up and get it on out. Trying to, but it's in there so crooked.
Do you need counter pressure when you pull from the... Probably not, but guide
That's
it.
a lot of force, and that's a 5/8. So let's go get a bigger gun. That's pushing something. Give it a second with the pressure on it. No. I don't know why I jerked. Just ain't letting go of this side over here. Maybe I put a little peanut butter on it. Doubt if this makes much difference, but it ain't gonna hurt it. Give it just enough. The time, but something's happening.
Yeah, something's moving. It's millimeters, but it's moving.
A few more minutes there. Splashing, making a mess. It's moved a little bit over there. I think we got it caught sideways to start with.
Yeah.
And it's definitely time, ain't it? Let it sit there a minute and it'll go a little further.
Mm-hmm.
Say she's probably pretty close to letting go.
You're not gonna end up hitting that to the bottom before you can
I don't know. We'll see.
get it out.
Rubber, so hopefully it won't hurt.
You got a little space under there. Oh, there it went. Yay. Joy.
So, just to keep this up right here for the other side. Probably going that socket because it's buried itself in there, but it worked. This up here. Just for a dry run. Just grab one of these bands, some bushings, just see how tight they're gonna be.
Pretty snug.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they're gonna be pretty snug. So we're gonna have to actually probably press them in there. They'll be a lot easier though, I think. We gotta make sure we put the grease around this. That way when it's moving, it's not making noise. All right, I've got the new bushings here. I've got the insert pulled out. Got a pretty good sized bolt here, shoved through here. And I'm gonna attempt to try to, it's got the bolt, a large washer, the bushing, large washer nut. And I'm gonna try to press these in. So let's, you can reach. Looks like we got it. Need to make sure to save all this stuff right here close. That way we'll do the other side. We have it. Got some metal shavings in there where I was forcing that a little bit. Those cleaned out. We'll get our dress out here. Our lube, a little hot to it. My wife's smiling a little bit at that one. Put a little bit in there. Something to rub it around. Let's show you exactly half. It's hard to do. You know exactly how much is in there. But that looks pretty good. I'll take what's extra here. I'll wipe on my little insert. And I might have to negotiate. Yep, she's negotiated. That's a tight fit. Let's grab the trailing arm. See how hard this is going to be. I figured this would be a, yeah, it's going to be a tight fit. Wish there was a way to spread that out a little bit. Here, the trouble we had is once we got this bushing here pressed in, this will not fit on there. Just like a little bit. So I guess what happens is they powder coat this and it's built up. So what we're going to do is press it out just a little bit. And what I've done here is I've got a bolt that's long enough to go all the way through. Put a nut on this end, a nut on this end, and a washer with some grease on it. And what we're going to do is we're just going to use this to widen it. So I should be able to just hold this. And this should be spreading it apart.
Yeah.
Now we don't want to go too wide. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to come back over here. Okay, we're getting there. We're going to go a little beyond what we need because it's going to spring back. Press, press, press. All right. That goes over with a little bit of play. So let's loosen this up. And spring it back in pretty good, so we'll probably kind of have to go out a little further. But let's just double check it. Yeah, see, we didn't hardly make any dent, so we're gonna have to go out really good. I'm gonna do real fast before this has the time to come back in. Let's go ahead and stick a bolt in. And it looks like the nut goes towards the front. Just like so. We're just going to leave that kind of loosely there. Alright, give me a minute here. Let me get my stuff back over to the car and let's start reinstalling this thing. Alright, so we're getting ready to put this back up here. Go ahead and put some anti-seize here on this spindle. On the, I've been calling everything a spindle today, but on these teeth here. So the next time we want to take this thing apart, and do so easily. So this is probably way too much, but it'll be all right. Alrighty. So this is all done. It's in gear, so it ain't gonna spin. Got everything tightened back up here, that put back in, everything's routed correctly. I don't have anything twisted. You need to make sure always you don't twist your brake lines here. If you twist your brake lines, they can actually bind up and hold. So just quick overlook, make everything sure everything's back. I know that I didn't torque these to spec, and some of y'all are gonna probably get me. I don't. I mean, this gun puts out more than enough, I'm sure, over what the torque spec is on those, without a doubt. So all we're gonna have to do the other side, slap the wheels back on, torque those, and then we can go for a drive. So the next time you see me, it should be cleaned up, we should be driving. Alright, so we got the Camaro, got the trailing arms in, we got the bushings in, the lower spindle, out here driving it. Come down here to Mexico to do some pulls and stuff. I don't know if it's wishful thinking and I'm wanting to, but it feels like it's a little bit stiffer to me. Not a drastic amount, but just enough to be able to tell. You know, supposedly putting these different products on and adding it up, you're going to make your suspension stiffer. So whether it's wishful thinking, that's one thing that got me there or not, then I don't know. I guess we'll see. We'll go to the autocross track, but they always change those courses up, so it's hard to tell. But anyway, thanks for watching. I'll leave you with some aerial video here. I'm going to get my drone out and take a few aerial shots of the car and stuff rolling. So thanks for watching. If you haven't already done it, subscribe, hit that like button. Have a good one.